So one of the things that I looked at on the maps was that there was a park up here, which is one of the tourist attractions. So I've had a walk up here. So let's see what this looks like. So this is the park Municipal, and this is reputedly Europe's largest date palm grove. I think they said there's something like 200,000 date palm trees dotted all around the city, and quite a lot of it seems to be in this park. So I'm just going to have a wander down and see what else is here. It's just a nice day for a walk, so let's walk. You know, as I walking around creating these videos, it's amazing the stuff that pops into your mind. I suppose it's therapeutic in a way that I can just wander and talk and know that people are watching. So thank you for that. For those of you who have been watching my videos, I really appreciate it, and it's great to see, you know, subscribers are growing steadily now. It'd be nice to get to 2,000 subscribers, because we're now just under 1,800. So I've set myself a wee goal to get to 2,000 subscribers, and based on what I talked about earlier, I'm not saying one day we'll have 2,000 subscribers. It's now the 27th of January, so to get another 200 people to subscribe by the end of the month I don't think is practical, because by the time, you know, I make these videos and then I've got to sit and edit them and try and make them into something that's worth watching. So that always takes like a day later. So what my plan is, and only people watching the video can help me with this, my plan is to get to 2,000 subscribers by the 7th of February. So that gives us a week, which is only, you know, 30 people a day roughly that we need. So if you watch the videos and you want to help me sort of push things along, just click on the like and subscribe button and help me grow the channel a bit more. The other thing that I just, for the first time, I seen the other day here was a funeral, and you know, it's going to happen to us all. It's inevitable that one day we're not going to be here. We're going to shuffle off this mortal coil, and you just wonder, you know, what's it all been for? What's life all been for? What's the purpose of it all? And you know, it's probably difficult to tie it down to there's a purpose to life, because we're here, you know, we're born, we live a life, and then we die. And despite people thinking that they're really, really important, and that, you know, that whatever they do in life day to day, that's the most important thing in their life, sadly these people die too. And eventually, you know, we all go, and you just wonder how many people will remember you, how many people will miss you after a few months, because we're all going to go. We will be remembered for a while, and probably your friends and family will remember you for a while, but you know, things move on. When I think about some of the friends that I've lost, how often do we actually think about them once they're gone? It's not that often. So, you know, what I'm trying to say, well, simply this: we only get one life, so make sure we live it. Make sure you make it count. You know, do something that you enjoy. Do something that kind of fires you up and gets you excited. And I know it's difficult if you know, if you've got a job that you have to do because you have to pay bills, it's a horrible position to be in. I've been there myself, and you end up almost just as in existing rather than living a life. So just try and make your life count, and remember, one day you won't be here. You know, none of us is going to escape it. We're all going to end up in a box, in the ground, or in a fire, and we'll be gone. So in some way, you know, I suppose these little videos will will help me live on long after I'm gone. Whether nobody watches them or not, it doesn't really matter. But you know, at least I'll have done something that my kids can look at. I don't think we'll have any grandkids, so I think it's unlikely. But you know, any future branches of the family can look back and they can still see me, because I wish the technology was there for me to have done that with my own parents, because they both died fairly young. I'll tell you the story one day of my upbringing. But anyway, so sorry for rambling on a bit there. The thought came into my mind, so I thought I'd just talk about it. Anyway, let's lighten the mood and look at some nice stuff. So as I was walking along there, and I was reading about this being, you know, the Europe's largest date palm grove, but I couldn't really see any palm trees, so I thought that's a bit puzzling. But I've came along this end, and there they are. Loads and loads and loads of the palm trees. And you know, I'm just making an assumption here that they're the date palms. And then we're just right next to another big park here, so I'm going to have a wander in there. So a little bit of an information sign here, telling you all about what's in the area. So it's obviously the Palm Grove Way, and the Altamira Palace and Santa Maria. And interestingly, they've actually got this both in Spanish and in English on the notice board. And there's details of a walk, where you are and where you can go, and all the things that you can see along the way. So maybe that's something for another day, to come back and actually do this walk. Going to have a wander in here. And this looks to be just another big public park with a nice building in the middle. You know, I think if I still lived in Glasgow, what would I be doing today? We've had some reports that across the Central Belt, obviously they were hit by the big storm, the named storm, and you know, really bad winds, and there was lots of damage done to property and trees down, and trampolines flying all over the place. And now what happened after that is that the temperature dropped dramatically, and everything froze up, so there was black ice everywhere. And then when it thawed a little bit, the snow came down. So the reality is, if I was still in Glasgow right now, I'd be indoors, looking out the window, instead of looking up at the beautiful blue sky and palm trees. So have I made the right choice to come and live here? I think so, and hopefully you'll agree. So I spotted this wee bench in the shade in the corner of the park, and I thought, you often see elderly Spanish people just sitting on a bench in the shade, just like this. No phones, no books, no newspapers, just sitting either on their own chilling, watching the world go by, or having a blether with their partner or their friends. That's a nice retirement, isn't it? Much better than being stuck inside and not seeing anyone. Just watching this wee gardener going about his business, watering the trees. That's hardly a stressful job, is it? So yeah, just continuing to walk around to try and spot things. And here we've got a little tower which looks like a little birdhouse. So there's doves all around up here in the trees. And then up all around here on this little tower. It's all really pretty, I've got to say, when you're wandering around with no particular plan and nowhere in particular to go. And just next to that there's a little bandstand here, so obviously they have some kind of events here. You can just imagine this full of Spanish, all sitting round just enjoying whatever act is on. All the little seats round it on the stairs. So again, and only like this because they can build things like this to be outside. And this wee park, or sorry, this big park, is just full of little gems like that everywhere you go. Another lovely wee fountain. And just lots of spaces and spots for people to sit. And it just goes on and on and on. So you could easily probably spend a day here just having a wander all around this park without going anywhere else. Just bring a wee packed lunch, sit in the shade and watch the world go by. So just turned another corner, came across a lovely wee pond. And I think these are geese. And little birdhouses built in for a bit of shelter for the odd time they need it. And more doves. And a few pigeons. But what a great wee place. Just to come and while away a couple of hours. Statues everywhere in the park, artwork everywhere. So well worth a visit. And they even do a wee train ride round the park. It's that big. I think we'll stop filming in the park now, because otherwise it's just going to be a video about a park, and that was never the plan. And I want to make sure we try and fit in some more stuff in Elche, but seemingly there's something that the tourist guides say is worth seeing in this area, so I'm just trying to find it. So I've just been walking round in circles for the past couple of minutes trying to find it, and as often with things in life, we tend to just look down in front of us. And in actual fact, in this case, all I had to do was look up. So I did look up, and I found it. And I'll just grab some better footage of it, but here it is. The Dragon of Elche. So a dragon up a tree. Why? I don't know. If you know, let me know in the comments why there's a dragon in the park in Elche. Hopefully you enjoyed that walk around. Plenty to do here if you're coming for a day out. Thanks again for watching. Please like and subscribe, and look out for the next video. Hasta luego.